Hello everybody, welcome back to the SBGamefun channel for another episode of Starfield. We dropped off at Beta Marais and we kind of just left it here. So we're going to pick it back up and go after, what's my quest for today? Hunt the Predator. What is that? A wealthy patron has asked me to retrieve coffee beans he fed to a predator. I have received coordinates to the planet and can jump to the location. Okay, I'm here. Now remember, I think he sent somebody else out here. And that person tried to get his coffee bean out of the rear end of some wildlife. Oh. There's these creatures all over the place. Crickets, crabs, and dinosaurs, and all sorts of weird stuff. Oh crap! It's right there.
I was wondering if this was going to happen.
I thought it was all the way over there, but it's right here. It's a cricket.
Sure, I've got some time to kill. Is that all? Come on! Come and get it!
Holy cow. Couldn't see a thing.
Yes. That sort of internal structure is common to biological organisms like that.
Like what? Fermented coffee beans. There you go. There's also Kieran slate. Kieran slate, and I don't know if I want the poncho. Let's take the vital. Whoops. Alright, hold on. Let's take a look at the Kieran's slate. When I took this job, I thought it was going to be easy, but trying to feed these monsters without getting killed is like trying to lasso a spaceship, only the ship has an attitude and a mouthful of teeth. And that's only for starters. Next, I gotta track them down, wait until the beans come out of the business end, and hope to God they aren't spoiled. On top of that, some of these beasts don't have what you'd call a traditional digestive tract. It could take weeks, maybe months, before I can move in. So when that happens, I've got to take the beans out by force, which of course brings us back to the attitude and teeth. Still, all of this would be fine if Sutherland bothered to pay me for the added risk, but the man's a slicker. That old dog, that old dung, saying we shook hands and all this crap about how that used to mean something. Oh, I know exactly what it means then and what it means now. The bastard's trying to screw me. Well, I may have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. So I've got another buyer lined up who's gonna do me right. I told them to meet me outside the Terror Brew in the commercial district. Sutherland would lose his mind if he knew, but whatever. That's not my problem. That cheap arse... Where I just lost track. That cheap arse bastard is gonna reap what he sowed. Alright, so Kieran was planning to sell the fermented coffee beans to another buyer. This is what we're looking at right here. Oh, wow, they got packaged pretty fast. I thought they came out of the rear end of an animal, or the digestive tract of an animal. Oh well. Sell the beans to the competitor. Well, we could. And, oh, I don't have these. I think that's good. We could sell the beans to a competitor. Or we can sell it back to the guy. And I'll do him right because
Checking the fuel gauge. Should be good.
since we got the job from him anyway, so we can return it to him. And there's our dinosaurs. Come on, you can go. There you go. Goodness, gotta get used to the controls for this thing. Wow, it's just standing there. Okay. Let's do a quick drop off. Oh, I need to repair. My ship's all beat up for some reason. Cargo hold. Back to my stuff. Resources. Drop this off. Except for the coffee beans. Oh, I got a bunch of extra stuff here. I gotta sell some stuff I picked up along the way. Okay, so we have a choice now. We have a choice. We can either return it to... Where are we? We can return it to the competitor or Jameson. And again, like I said, I'm going to return it to the guy because he's the one that hired us to do it in the first place. So let's just go to the residential district. He is a bonehead.
Hey, you might want this.
Oh man, all these people, all these companions keep
So
trying
Ellie
to...
contacted me about the case.
I thought we were done with Ervin's case. Yeah, it's a good question. Tell me, I've been waiting to hear about it.
Same. I was beginning to get worried since we hadn't heard from her. But that's interstellar communication for you. Anyway, we have a verdict. Ervin's record will be expunged on account of his death occurring before the trial ended. It's a technical victory, but we'll take it. We can't change the system that made this happen, but I'm glad we tried.
If you need more detective work, you should hire a professional. How are you feeling about this, Barrett? What's next for Ellie? Send my congratulations and gratitude to our lawyer.
Already did, of course. And a third of the settlement. Just made sense considering how much she did for us. And speaking of the settlement, I divided it into equal portions for me, you, Ellie, and expenses. Here's your share. And I sold the apartment. So here's the bonus from that after taxes. I gave my portion to Ellie so she could fund other cases. So there it is. I guess it's over.
Case closed, detective.
There it is. I guess I needed to actually hear someone say it. Case closed. Whew. Finally. You had your doubts, but you encouraged me to continue looking into Ervin's situation. I don't think I would have ever done that alone. Thanks, Detective.
You could have done it by yourself. Anything to get you out of your funk. You've gotten annoying. You could do it all by yourself, sir.
Ah, see? We had this conversation a long time ago when you said you only trusted yourself. But I couldn't have gotten here to this exact point in my life if I didn't trust you anyway. I definitely wouldn't have gotten my power with you by my side if I didn't trust you. Don't tell the others, but I was having a hard time focusing because of all this trial stuff. So thank you for helping with that.
I didn't really notice, sir. Good, I've noticed you've been
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty good at turning up the charm when I need to. Some people call it a mask, but that's not a bad thing. All the best people wear them. Anyway, I'm just glad we got everything settled with Ervin's case. It was just one loose end in a universe full of them. But I'm glad it's tied.
All right. Another distraction. Where's my... Okay. Man, why do they always put me to a conduit? I just need to go... Oh, see that? They put me over here. I mean... Actually, I just need to go to Don's Roost, right? To talk to that guy. Yes. Alright, so here we go. We could try both. Give it to him or give it to the other guy, but I think... the only reason, for me anyway, the only reason I would give it to the other guy is to, despite this, this guy's mean attitude. Alright. I need to see his face. Here we go. Let's talk, dude.
People ask me why I'm so picky. I wonder why they're so willing to settle.
I found the predator.
And you made it back alive, which already puts you ahead of your predecessor. I trust you've brought my property with you.
I got an option not to give it to him? Or did you know your original contract was going to sell the beans to someone else? Ooh. Let's say that, see what happens.
I did not. But it seems to have all worked out in the end. When you're in my position, it often does.
I thought that might sway him to give me a little bit more. Oh, okay, here you go. Here's some extra. I have. Here you go.
Excellent. And as promised, here is your reward. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have business to attend to.
Alright, dude.
See you.
Okay, so... Why is it so... Why did the sensors are so dark in here, man? Everybody is dark. Unless I have the flashlight on. Okay. It defaulted to another quest. Let's see what it... Oh, to Paradiso. They keep wanting me to do this Paradiso quest. I'm trying to get Light in the Darkness, Blast Zone, the Audition, Back to the Grind, Loose Ends, Into the Unknown. See, that's the main quest right there, Sarah. That's the Star Station there. Constellation owns. We can do that later. I still want to build my character. So, let's go do this quest here, whatever this is, Paradiso. Can we fast travel without having to... Have we been here? I guess we have. We must have in order to have gotten the quest. Yes. Jump.
I have something for you.
Greetings, pilot. This is Jiro Sugiyama, head of Paradiso Security. I apologize for coming over this emergency channel, but we are in need of assistance concerning the large ship in orbit, and we value discretion in this matter. If you are willing and able, please see me as soon as possible at the main security office in Paradiso. Over and out.
Speak with Chief Sugiyama. So they want me to address some issue with this ship here. Let's see if we can do a quick flyby. See what the ship looks like. Oh, I can dock with it. Let's take a look on the outside. There you go, a big ship. It's an unidentified ship. Alright, so let's head to the planet.
Touchdown imminent.
Have something for you.
Alright, so we have discovered Paradiso. And I don't have the quest. Why is it not first? Oh, it's first contact. See, I don't quite understand how this quest mission works. Because it was here. It was speak to Sugiyama in activities. And then once I got here, it became a standalone quest. So, I mean, it just flips back and forth in and out of this activities thing here. It's kind of goofy. Okay. No complaints here. Alright, where are we going? Okay, we're going over there. Looks like some form of UC security.
We try to stay out of the guest way, but we are always here if needed.
Alright, Chief.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
Wow. He's like Sergeant Yumi. I'm here about the distress call you sent. Is Paradiso Security affiliated with UC or Freestar Collective?
Neither. We're our own private force. The Paradiso group pays top dollar for top-notch security. And I dare say we're some of the best in the business. We have to be out here on the fringes of the settled systems.
What sort of trouble do you run into at a resort?
Honestly, it's not as exciting as you might think most of the time. More often than not, we're just handling drunk and disorderly conduct. Heck, even pirates leave us alone for the most part. I think it's because some of them actually vacation here. As long as they're not bothering anyone, we've been told not to worry about them.
All right. I'm here about the distress call you sent.
Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so?
I suppose, but that's a weird question because there is an unidentified, in maybe in his context, an alien ship. Why would he want me to keep it quiet? I mean, if it's a pirate ship or even an alien ship, they could attack, right? So you want people to speak up. Here, let's look at our options here. Understood. I swear it. Yeah. Agree. I'm going to need to think about this. Okay, you're not UFC or Freestar jurisdiction. How bad could that punishment be? Yeah, that's a good question. Let's say that.
You're right. We're not. Which means we're not bound by anyone's laws but our own. In other words, it's our system and our rules. Neither the UC nor the Freestar Collective will help you if you get into trouble here.
Oh, veiled threats. Okay, whatever. Yeah, agree.
I understand you're eager to get into it, but if you're unwilling to take this seriously, I can foresee problems in your future.
Yeah, sure.
Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Porrima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions.
Seems like a delicate situation's going on. Get to the point. I assume you want me to blast it out of the sky. No, I'm not going to do that. What do you think we're dealing with? They didn't respond to communications? What kind of a ship is it? Any idea who it belongs to? Well, we saw the ship, the unidentified ship. At least what I think is the unidentified ship. It even said unidentified ship, so, they didn't respond to communications?
Not quite. It took some time, but we received a transmission. It was all, pardon the phrasing, it sounded almost alien, like nothing anyone's heard before. Clicks, distorted groans, buzzing, really disturbing sounds. Now, one of our engineers says it could just be some busted comm equipment or incompatible signals, but we're not sure. So far, no one's disembarked from the ship, no landing craft, nothing. We don't have the staff or ships to spare, otherwise we'd dock with it and attempt to board.
Okay, let's just ask the question and get it out of the way. What kind of ship is it?
It bears no discernible markings or allegiances to any manufacturers we're aware of. I'm hoping that doesn't mean we're dealing with some sort of new deep space threat.
What do you think we're dealing with? Oh, he just said so. Deep space threat.
Can't say for sure. Looks worn, but not cobbled together like a Crimson Fleet junker. Others have been saying it's some new Varun design, a gigantic battleship with hidden armaments preparing for assault, but that doesn't check out either. There's also been talk about non-human sentient life. The comms data we received might support that, but humanity's spread far and wide and no one's ever encountered anything like that. Still, first contact. Could you imagine?
Okay, I don't think it's first contact. It's probably garbled communication, because that ship looked like a normal ship. Get to the point, I assume. Okay, seems like a delicate situation. Go on.
It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board. As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
All right. So, is there anything here I can... Look. Fermented coffee beans. Well.
Enjoy your stay, knowing you're in our capable hands.
Storage room. Anything I can loot here? Ooh, weapons. Oh no, I'd be stealing. Okay, sorry. Anything here? Ooh. Well, that's got a red... I mean, it's set to own, so I'm gonna be stealing. This probably ends up being contraband of some sort. Alright, so let's, okay. They want us to, fly somewhere. Alright, hold on. Let's take a look at the map. Sorry, I'm playing early in the morning and I'm sweating like crazy right now because California is under some massive heat wave. I'm gonna adjust my mic here. It's gonna hear a pop. Yeah, we're the last 2 or 3 days we've been close to 115 degrees where I live in Southern California. So it's not been fun. I mean, literally, we're just closing up all the windows and hiding out in AC. All right, so we did encounter the ship. So can we? Okay, set course to. No, I don't want to set course to Porrima 2. I am on Porrima 2. Yes. Travel. No, they just basically want to put us in orbit. Yeah, see, there's that ship. So let's hold on. I think they want us to hail the ship. I'm sorry. How do you interpret that as a alien life form? Oh jeez, come on. Suspend belief. Suspend disbelief. I'm like, oh my goodness. See, that sounded to me like radio garbage. Just interference, static and crap. All right. Hello, this is Sunny Boy. Yeah, it sounds like they're broadcasting. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't think this is working. I'm going to attempt a docking procedure. We can talk on board. Yeah, let's do that. Because I think all this stuff, I'd be wasting my time. See, that's clearly beeps. And digital sounds. It has nothing to do with alien life forms. Maybe it's an alien ship with a derelict alien ship.
Nice clean dock there.
All right, we'll find out.
Have something for you.
Oh my goodness, Barrett.
Dusty. 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 Yep. Here. Have this.
Meatloaf. Thank you. I just received a new item. Let's eat it. Did it increase my health? No, it didn't do anything to my... Oh, it did. It increased my health just a little bit. What kind of gun do you have? A shotgun. I need to give him a better gun. When I get better guns, I'll give him better guns. Oh my goodness, I still have junkers on me. Alright, let's go.
Stay alert. Weapons at the ready.
Remain calm. There's no reason to suspect whatever it is hostile.
Now is the time for diplomacy.
Agreed. But we must be
Alright, clearly it's humans.
eyes and ears sharp.
It's not aliens, so all threat is down.
You're human.
Of course I'm human. I take it you're expecting something else. No, can't you see? I'm actually a weird scare. They make the character into some weirdo. Comedy. Of course I'm human. I take it that you were expecting something else?
It's just that we weren't expecting to find life. let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Welcome back to the rest of humanity. You're no longer alone.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
Holy cow, she was turned around, so she was gesturing at him and gesturing at him from her over her right shoulder because she wasn't looking at me. Oh my goodness. Wait, don't tell me you're going to ask me some sort of huge favor. Okay, no, I'm Sonny Boy, here to help.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others.
I'd love to know more, but maybe we should get away from this airlock first. You know, those others are human beings, and they were here first. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty big ask. Incredible, 200 years? How did it take you so long to get here? So you know about the people on the surface. How did you all survive for 200 years? Your communications didn't work. Why is that? Okay, no, let's say this. Incredible, 200 years. How did it take you so long to get here?
Your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did.
So there we go. That's a good likelihood. So how did you survive for 200 years?
Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous.
Not gonna lie. So you know about people on the surface? Yeah, that's a good question.
We do. Well, sort of. We saw structures using our surveying equipment. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans.
Alright, your communication didn't work? Why is that? I think it's just old technology.
We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heebie-jeebies at first.
That's a little bit of a stretch. It's just static noise. Okay, not gonna lie, that's a pretty big... Okay, you know those were human beings and they were here first. Let's just say that.
Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still unable to communicate our intentions. As soon as we discovered them, we fully expected negotiations would be necessary. Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge.
Follow the captain.
Dr. da Costa, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it
Sure. It's kind of annoying that the characters
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
walk faster than your character.
Let's talk.
Alright, let me come back in. Speak with Captain Breckenridge. Alright, let's talk to her.
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life.
Sounds like you could use some help with your situation. Is it difficult to become captain? Being captain of a colony ship? How's your crew holding up? How long have you been captain? How's your crew holding up?
A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually.
Is it difficult being captain of a colony ship?
Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting. Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Breckenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear tough choices will need to be made.
Sounds like you could use some help with your situation here.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
Yes it does, but let's see what the dialogues give us. What's wrong with your communication system? Well, we know that. It's old. Depends what is in it for me. Nope, I don't need to say that. Sounds like you're going to try to offload the hard parts to someone else. The people in Paradiso want the same. I'll help.
Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Why not just find another planet? Yeah.
Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
If you had a claim to this planet, how could others settled here? Oh, you see, that's the big thing. You're talking about 200 years have passed. So any claim would have been lost. I'll try, but diplomacy may require compromise. I can do it if you tell me what you'd like to say to them. Okay, I say, I'll try, but diplomacy may require compromise.
Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such, but initially I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there.
I don't think that's going to happen. That's an established colony down there. Porrima 2's huge. Why not settle on the other side, away from others? Yeah.
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, But our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Are you out of your mind? There's no way they'll go for that. Okay, no, we don't need to say it that way. Okay, but no promises. No promises I'll be able to convince them.
Now, it makes little sense to give up before you try. Thank you, and good luck.
Negotiate with Oliver Campbell.
I know Captain Brackenridge has essentially given you free rein to wander the ship, but security will still be watching you closely. I hope you understand, given we have so little experience with people from the outside. It pays to take security seriously, something I understand much better now than in my youth.
Alright. Bomani Rita.
Take no offense, but I am keeping an eye on you.
What are people thinking when I boarded the ship? What's it like running security on a ship? Did you not always take the ship's security so seriously? Okay, I don't want to get... let's just ask him this one.
We had time to prepare ourselves since we arrived in orbit around this planet. We knew there was life, and the predominant theory was that it was human life. When you approached, we needed to be careful. Both because you presented a potential threat, but also potential salvation. Plans were in place to deal with both scenarios, and luckily, cooler heads prevailed.
Alright, that's good enough. Bye. Alright, so...
These are exciting times.
Yes. Who is this? Oh, I can't target him.
Piloting the old Constant has been fun.
It's like we're walking in a time.
You, Garcia.
I cannot imagine how hard this was to maintain.
So it is true. An actual stranger aboard our ship? Wow.
I'm Sunny Boy. Didn't catch your name.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, of course you don't know my name. We never met. I'm Yue. Wow, I never thought this would happen.
Good meeting you, Yue. I'll let you get back to what you were doing. I never thought of it that way. Weird.
Sure. Well, unless there's anything else you want to talk about.
What do you do here on the ship? What do you think, now that you know there are others out there?
It's incredible. I'm pretty excited to meet new people and ask them all sorts of questions. I wonder about all we've missed this whole time while humanity has advanced around us.
What do you do here on the ship?
Oh, I'm the navigation officer, though I switch between nav and piloting. I'll be honest, the ship pretty much flies itself. Its destination hasn't changed since it launched, and we're here now, so I'm not sure what's next.
Alright. If the ship flies itself, why does it need a navigator? Well, I'm pretty sure there's micro adjustments, so you're the navigator.
See, the nav system's not perfect. We encounter stuff that our forebears didn't originally.
Like asteroids?
Astral bodies, space debris,
stuff
like that. So sometimes I need to take manual control and get out of tricky situations. Then there was the time I used those unaccounted for anomalies to our advantage. Slingshotted us around a few stars that weren't supposed to be there, saved some fuel and knocked a few decades off our journey. Pretty incredible stuff.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay.
I'll be watching the skies for you.
Okay.
Just stay out of trouble. We were never trained to address threats.
You're just security. Ooh, fibers. These are just security guards.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't
Yue?
take down troublemakers.
Don't stand there. You're blocking my path, Yue. Oh my gosh. All right.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before yours.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out.
I wish you would reconsider. Have After all, we're here. There may be no reason to volunteer anymore.
True, but we must be prepared in case it is an impossibility. Just because we met with a stranger does not mean they are willing or able to help us. You know this.
I just wish you would give it some more thought. Be patient. Let's see where things go, then decide. This is one case where once you make that decision, you can't take it back.
Very well, my dear. I will not pursue it any further, and will speak no more of it for now. We'll talk more later.
Okay, that was weird because there's a conversation going on.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
There's a conversation going on, and I don't see the people who...
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Hold on, let me take a look at the captain's quarters. Man, it's just a box. Oh, she got her own bathroom. Nice. Yeah, there was a weird conversation going on. This must be the captain's,
Just
the ship's office. Okay.
Must have taken some remarkable discipline to get you all here.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do. Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get lost. Okay.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change.
Okay. Okay, there's a pathway over there. Okay, I guess this whole episode is going to be about this ship because clearly I'm like... Okay, so that's one way. I'm going to get lost here and I don't know exactly... Oh, look! There's a classroom! This must be the classroom.
Hey, do you want to play hide and seek later? I bet you've been on lots of cool space adventures.
We've already used up all the
Just
good
like in
hiding
the old
places.
movies.
Yep.
No, we haven't. I saw a new one in the reactor.
I heard you came
Next
from
to
outside the
reactor
ship.
when I went there with my
I bet it was
mom.
pretty cold out there. But you know we aren't allowed in there
So
without
many
a grown-up.
people out there.
And besides,
I thought we were
Julia.
alone.
Captain Brackenridge said...
Hello there. Given that I don't know you, you must be this visitor I've been hearing so much about. I'm Julia, the Constant's chief historian. It's nice to meet you on this momentous occasion.
What can you tell me about the Constant? Can you tell me more about what it means to be a chief historian? Let's ask about the Constant.
As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know?
Why is the ship called the... I'm not going to bother with that. How long have you been traveling? We know that's about 200 years. Who were the original crew of the Constant? Who were the original crew of the Constant?
We're the descendants of wealthy elites, intellectuals, artists, scientists, and others who left Earth in 2040 to spread humanity to the stars. The thinking was that Earth's days were numbered for a variety of reasons. Our finder, Rupert Brackenridge, had the foresight to plan for the worst. Thus, he constructed this colony ship to settle what seemed like the most habitable planet we could find, knowing full well it would take generations to reach. We suspected that we may have been the only ones to leave Earth, given that no one else seemed to have the same idea. I'm glad we appeared to be wrong.
She said finder. Didn't sound like founder. Alright, okay, that's enough.
You know where to find me if you ever want to know more.
Alright, Chief Historian
Goodbye.
Yang.
I wonder how many other planets are out there that we can live
Ooh,
on.
it's a door.
I bet there's a million.
Okay, nope. Elevator, okay, I'm going... I'm changing the equations here. How do you get down there? Medical bay, cargo bay. Okay, this is where...
We were never trained to address threats.
This is where we came from.
Inside our ship.
Okay, so... Okay, this is our ship. This is where we got... Okay.
Now that we know what's out there, things are...
Alright, let's take a quick gander down here.
Sure is nice to know there are other people
Yes.
out there. I've lived my entire life in the Constant. I'm not sure how else to live.
Okay. These are all NPCs?
Hey there. Wow. I've heard about you, but here you are.
Yep. I don't know what that means. Just an alien.
This is a garden built to sustain the maximum amount of people possible. It's a monument to life.
These are all, yeah, NPCs. There's not names. There's no names here. Colonist.
I wonder what it's like out
Colonist.
there beyond our little...
Colonist. Nickel and fiber.
There's so much to learn about now.
Okay. There's a medical bay and there's a lift. So let's go to the medical bay.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean
Colonists.
it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Hey! And to
Mausoleum.
think, all this time, we thought we were alone.
Yeah?
Sure is. I wonder what else is out there.
Dr. Lorelei DeCosta. Hey, is that Lorelei? Is that the lady that was talking? Is that the lady that was talking to Djibouti or whatever its name is? Okay, let's talk to her.
Perhaps I can soon retire. That's something people used to do, I hear.
What? Why didn't you... Lady, why did... I tried to talk to you.
I don't have much to spare, but if you are ever injured, I will try my best to help.
Okay. Can I assume you're the chief medical officer? Yes.
Indeed. There aren't many doctors on board. In addition to regular checkups, I perform surgeries, obstetrics, and other medical procedures. I also help train the next generation of doctors. After all, someone must. It's demanding work.
What's wrong with Mabuti? Mabhuti?
Nothing. Not in the medical sense. As one of the eldest on board, he was ready to volunteer for termination.
What?
But thanks to your arrival, that is no longer needed.
Does that mean what I think it means?
It means that he was going to volunteer his own life for the sake of the others on this ship, due to limited spaces and supplies. Like the others, his life would then be honored with special distinction and recorded for history. Rarely we had to make difficult choices when no one would volunteer. But Mabuti, he's too generous to let that happen.
That's terrible, but I understand it's necessary for the greater good. How barbaric. I can't believe the way there was no other way. You gotta do what you gotta do. Well, hopefully the situation is no longer calls for that. Yes.
I certainly hope so, too. It shouldn't.
I hope nobody needs to volunteer for such an honor ever again.
Dude, why did he...
Glad we could take some time out of our...
Took me out of the conversation.
I've never treated anyone from outside our ship. But if you need help, I'm here for you.
Okay, these conversations right here is going to lead us to why older people are volunteering to be terminated.
Take care of yourself
okay,
out there.
So freebies. More freebies. A mausoleum. Okay, a mausoleum is like a large grave area. So yeah, that's what I expected there. This is where they stored their dead. Oh my goodness.
Boy,
Am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something?
Yeah.
Huh. And to think, all this time we thought we were alone.
Mm-hmm. So this must be where they kept all their dead. Oh, I heard something. Mausoleum Records. ECS Constant Mausoleum Records. Holy cow. We pay our respects to those that came before us on this, our journey to preserve the human race. Okay, how long is this list? That doesn't seem very long for 200 years, right? That's 200 years of people who have passed away. Alright, so this puts us back out in the front office.
There's so much to learn about
Okay,
now.
so that's a dead end. That's where we came from. And this takes us to an elevator to another section, which I don't have time to explore today on this episode. So we are going to
I've lived my entire life in the Constant.
head back to the ship,
I'm not sure how else to
and we'll go from there. We'll explore the ship.
What it's like out there.
Actually, you know what?
Beyond our little community.
How much time do I got? I got about... oh, no way. I got 2 minutes. That ain't gonna happen. I'm trying to keep it under an hour. Okay, folks, so I'm gonna leave it right here. Appreciate you joining me on this episode of Starfield. It's much slower than the all the other episodes. But now we're here on this ship. We'll do a little bit more exploration on the next episode. Hopefully we can get it all out real quick. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it on the next episode. Again, if you like my kind of goofy content, if you're and spastic gameplay, make sure you click on subscribe, click on that bell to get notified when I upload new stuff. And folks, I hope to see you back here on the next episode. Until then, for all the SoCal people, stay cool.